Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Slingy's Things. This time we're going to be taking a look at a Savage Crucible figure from Harvinger Studios. This is the Shield of Dezera Lizard Man figure. So this is my very first time getting one of their figures. I had my eye on them for a while since they do a lot of cool lizard type people. And I just either they weren't in stock when I would look or it just wasn't the right time, but finally it was the right time and they had this one, the Shield of Dezera, in stock, and this one I thought had the coolest colors. So I just wanted to see how these were for myself. I've looked at a lot of reviews of this particular figure, and I've noticed not all, but a lot of the reviews were the company, Harvinger Studios, had sent them a review copy. And, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but sometimes you don't always know if you're getting the honest opinion when someone received a figure for free. So it did get very good reviews, but I wanted to see for myself. And so here we are. This is a very nice looking figure, just starting with the looks. It has a nice pearlescent finish on this character. It just looks beautiful. I don't have any problem with the looks on this guy. Great looking. You got some nice chain metal here. You can put the sword in there. Very cool. I don't really have any complaints there, except that the toenails and the fingernails aren't painted, but in this case, it might just be, it's probably more likely a design choice than they just didn't want to do it. I think maybe this is just the intent. But anyway, so for articulation, it has very good articulation. It has a lot of range even with this armor on. You can go really far back. You can adjust this, but pretty far forward. And all the other joints have good range too, but I will say, so I heated mine up as soon as I had gotten it, gave it a nice warm bath and such, but it if you don't touch it for like a freaking day, it does get pretty tight. I mean, of course, we all say we'd rather have it being, a tighter figure than looser figure, but it's a bit of a pain when you want to play with it, and look at that. It's still very tight. I swear. It's a bit difficult. I can imagine if you got one of these to... I imagine if you got these to cut, switch and swap parts from other toys in this line, which is what you're intended to do, you've really got to heat these dudes up to get it apart. Again, it's great because since they do come, these parts are meant to switch and swap. It's great because that means that they'll always be strong despite however many times you do it. But if you just want to, oh my God, pose and play with them like I would do, then this is a pain because I did heat up all of these joints, but I didn't pose it around yesterday. Literally just yesterday was the last time I played with it. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to heat it up again. So I don't really like that. I don't mean to be rude, but that sort of bugs me. I don't think it should be so tight that I have to heat it up every single time I play with it. Again, when yesterday was the last time I played around with it. The other issue I have is the head. This head, this one's my favorite on there. It's got a nice mouth, but I will say it pops off easily. What I don't like is the first time I went to swap heads, the peg came off with it. That is a super duper major pain. If someone can tell me the right way to take this off so this doesn't happen, I'd appreciate it. But then I have to sort of wiggle this thing out, to get that out to put on the other heads, which are very cool heads, by the way. Very cool, great detail. I love the little sharp edges on there, or the flared edges, whatever you want to say. And this one, also very cool, but it's such a pain to get this thing out. And this head, again, pops off pretty easily. Which, again, is just a bit... good God. Okay. It's a little bit annoying. But accessory-wise, yeah, you get the extra heads, which, again, if I could swap them easier, I would enjoy them more. You get you have an open hand, a holding hand for a weapon. You get another holding hand and another open hand. I think that's perfect. You get this cute little potion, which is nice. You get a mystery weapon. I really like the one I got. Very cool. Blue sword. It's got the sword, other sword right here. I love that you can just tuck it away in there. All of that is very cool. Very cool. And then my favorite, excuse me. That slipped right out of my hand. Okay, and then my favorite accessory is this cape, this cloak. You can see it's got some nice torn details, some holes in it. I love that. I think that just this one piece really elevates the look here. I think that makes it look so much cooler. And of course, it's got some wires in there to just, play around with it a bit more. Very cool. I had no complaints with this piece. Like, the accessories here are fantastic. Just, just a bit of issues with the tight, it's just a bit annoying if you want to play with these things. That it's so tight and that the head likes to be kind of, it's fine. It's fine. It just sometimes will just, pop off pretty easily without warning. But overall, I'm going to put him in another bath. Crazy. Overall, I do think it's a very cool figure. I think this is a neat line. You get some real fun tail articulation here, twisted around. But I do think it's really good. I'm glad I got it. So I could see for myself, just like what these figures were all about. I love it with, holding the weapons and how it looks. And when I can switch out the head, I like it. Would I recommend it? I would, if you're into this sort of thing, especially I'm sure people who love swapping parts out would really get a good kick out of it. The arms are definitely easier for me right now than the legs are giving me trouble. See if I can get the double bend back in there. So you can just sort of see. It can do it. And if I heat it up again, I think we won't have a problem. I guess we don't want it too loose. But anyway, they're not horrible major complaints. And I would say they've put out a good product here. And if you like Lizardmen, and if they make some other cool things, and they're releasing Piranha People, super cool. So if this is the sort of stuff you're interested in, I would recommend her. If you just like lizards in general, this is great. And also, people might not have the same problems I do. It could be my copy. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. These are just my thoughts. And for a quick size comparison, we're just going to look at, let's see. Here's a Super 7 Godzilla. Get him standing up straight. Definitely dwarfs Godzilla. Get him standing. Come on. Come on. Okay. Next to a Jada Vega. A bit taller than Vega. And what else do I have right here on my desk? Okay. This is my broken Master Grade SD Gundam Ariel. She got trying to fix the arm there when it snapped off, but definitely much taller than a Master Grade SD Gundam. Put her back over. Oh goodness. And so those are the comparisons. Again, I'm happy with it. Those are just some gripes that I feel like maybe are worth noting. And one other thing that's very cool about this particular one. See, it came off of there. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Okay, I really love this. With this cape, you can get really creative, and you could put it on other characters, and it looks awesome. Of course, it's always when you got it on camera, you can't get that. Look how cool that is. That is sick. Oh, yeah. I love that. It's almost worth it just for that. I'm kidding, but this is a great accessory to have. So, thank you for watching, and you just get that. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for some pictures at the end. Thank you. Bye.